Welcome back everyone. So another beautiful day here in Exeter, and the temperatures have increased, not just the daytime temperatures but the nighttime temperatures. So I'm quite happy now that the nighttime temperatures are now high enough for my tomatoes to go outside. Previously, when we were having all the sunshine, there was such a big swing between daytime and nighttime. It was going from 20 degrees during the day to about 5 or 6 degrees at night time, which was too cold and was turning the leaves blue of the tomato plant. But now the temperature, nighttime temperatures down here are consistently above 12 degrees. I'm quite happy to put my tomatoes out. So it's a beautiful. The slugs are still out and about. Luckily, all these brassicas look okay. Could do with a little bit of wood. That one's been nibbled a little bit. The leaves do look like they're grown back on these stromboli broccoli that I took out. Let's have a look in here. That one's been, I can see the slug trails on that one, and it's got aphids, covered in aphids as well. That one's been stripped a little bit. These 3 or 4 are okay. Yeah, I'm going to have to pay a bit of attention to that one, as I don't know what you can see through the net. Sorry about that. But yeah, it's just great. The centre's like just full of great aphids. So I'll do something about that. Everything looks okay in here. All the lettuce are still okay. The, what do you call it, radishes, nothing there at the minute. Lola Rossa lettuce is looking fabulous. Parsnips are looking okay. Didn't get full germination, but I think we'll go with what I've got there. I think a bird must have got this one. There's a couple of small ones, but nothing really worth. There's nothing there to worry about running down to Morrison's to get cream for. Squashes look okay. Look a little bit yellow there, but the new growth looks okay. New growth of here looks okay. There should be beetroots in here somewhere, but the weeds are just taken over. That's mostly bindweed as well, which is very, very annoying. Oh, I probably can't see it because of my shadow. Yeah, I can't actually make out the beetroot. What I'm going to do is I'll sow some beetroot at home and bring seedlings and plant them out. The ones too are beginning to get the flowers on them, which is good. This bed has been a bit of a failure this year. It just seemed to be getting overrun by bindweed. There are a few carrots here and there. There's one there, and there's one there, but it's like 1 and 2 about the place. This should have been a muley. It doesn't look like a muley, to tell you the truth. In fact, I think that's a weed, and it's coming out. Yes, could have been a muley, could have been 2 muleys, but it's gone to seed, and it's covered in aphids as well. So the aphids are coming out. That's definitely a weed, and that's bindweed. So I'm really annoyed about this bed this year. I'm not doing this silly egg carton thing again. That's just a waste of time and resources. But I think I might empty this bed over the winter and see if I can get all the bindweed out of it, because it's just a haven for bindweed. main job of the day is the tomatoes. All these are going to be going into the bed next door, hopefully. So all in these tomato collars. And what else? Oh yeah. I've got these, back in the west of Scotland we call them turnips, but everyone else seems to call them Swedes. It's the sort of like turnips we use for our haggis, neeps and tatties. But there's a bit of slug trail on this one, or snail trail, and a bit of chewed. So I've had a quick look, but I couldn't find any culprit. But all these are going to go in this bed over here. The last time I was up, I cleared this bed and weeded it. So I shall put these Swede turnips along here, and along here I shall keep for any tomatoes that don't make it into the main bed. This bed, I've got some beetroot that's actually growing, although it could be better. But yeah, I'm definitely going to sow some more, and I've put a sunflower in there as well. I'm going to see if I can do something with the sunflowers. So that's quite a lot to do. As I said, I was only going to spend a few hours up here, but that's quite a lot. So I'm going to get started, and we'll see how far we get, because I don't want to be up here all day. It's just going to be too hot. Quick look at the beans since I'm here. They all look okay. That one's been stripped, but the rest of them look okay. As you can see, it's trying to regrow again, so we'll leave it in and see what happens. That one's been nibbled a little bit, but yeah, they're looking good. In fact, give this one a little helping hand. And the greyhound cabbages are looking good. Could do with a little weed in there. Might do that at the weekend. So that's what I've got planned for today. As I said, it is quite warm, but I think I shall start with the Swedes or the turnips and get them in the ground first. First thing I'm going to do to the bed is add some horticultural lime. This will improve the soil by increasing the alkaline level of the soil. Most brassicas prefer a slightly alkaline to acidic soil, and it also helps prevent against the disease clubroot, where the roots are deformed and they don't work as efficiently as normal roots. I'm then going to just space them out and see how many I can get in into a row. Giving the plants enough space helps get bigger and better plants. You don't want to overcrowd it, as they're all going to be fighting for the same water and nutrition from the same area. So you give them a little bit of space and they should grow better. And yeah, the sun's just gone in behind a cloud. But I'm just going to dig away here and plant them in, make sure I firm them in quite hard to the soil, as brassicas prefer to be firmed in quite well, and they don't like to be rocking about, you know, getting blown by the wind. And the sun's come back out again, so that's great. But yeah, the soil is a little bit tough here, but I'm hoping it's going to be okay for these Swedes. So we're just putting the last ones in now. I have got a few left over. I can see if Delilah wants them. If she doesn't, I can keep them by and use them as backups in case any of these get slugged. And the last thing to do is to give them a good water, especially in these hot conditions. So everything's going to get a good water today. Well, everything is getting put into the ground. So give them a good water, and that should be them. Right, so that's the Swedes, or the turnips, whatever you want to call them. They're in the ground. Now, the pigeons are going to love them, and the cabbage whites. So to protect them, I've been doing a bit of shopping on the internet, and I've got this sort of cloche system. I don't know whether you can see that there. So I'm going to assemble this and stick it over the Swedes. I might actually use this next year to see if I can protect things from the allium leaf miner. But anyway, let me just point the camera down a little bit and I'll show you what happens here. Right, so basically you've got all these poles like this and all these straight poles, and these go not all over the place, John. Stick one in there and one in there. One in there, and you've got, I don't know whether you can see that, you've got this part of the hoop for the net to go over. So I'll assemble all of these and take them over. Now there's even enough of these straight ones left over, so that if you want to, you can elevate the height of the net by adding an extra sort of like vertical straight piece. And once the net goes over, you put the net over and you just clip it in place using these clips. Should be straightforward. Let's see how straightforward it is. 4 different types of tomatoes that I'm growing this year. The ones at the back against the wall are Siberian Panther. Then the middle row is a mix of Athol Pink Panther and Black Shadow, and the ones at the front are Gardener's Delight, which is more of a cherry tomato type. I've put all the tomatoes in these collars, and once the plants have established themselves, I will water the plants via the outer ring and feed the plants through the centre, so the feed gets direct to the roots quicker. I mean, they're all looking a bit sad and sorry for themselves at the moment, but they should pick up and recover once they've put some more stronger roots down into the earth below. I'll post some pictures of each variety after this video. Hello everyone and welcome back to the plot. It's another roasting hot day here at Exeter. We had quite a lot of rain going through last night, which has really soaked up, the ground really soaked that up. So today I'm going to do a lot of weeding, so I'm not going to film a lot of that. There's nothing interesting about a man pulling up weeds and swearing at them, so I'm just going to quietly weed on as much as I can. I did bring a few things with me. Let me turn the camera around. So these are the Scarlet Emperor broad beans, not broad beans, runner beans. And there was some when I planted them out earlier this year, up a month ago. I didn't have enough to do the entire set of wigwams. So I'm going to, any gaps I've got around the wigwams, I'm going to put these there. These are my sweet corn, and they're not doing too well. They're, what are they called? Goldenrod. They're an F1 variety. They're not huge. Let's see if I can get, but there is roots coming out the bottom, so I'm going to see if I've got something bigger I can put them in, see if I can get, maybe they'll start growing a little bit bigger if I put them in a bigger container. I've also bought some beetroot seeds with me, so I'm going to fill this up and sow some more beetroot seeds. And I've just realised I've left the chocolate biscuits in the bag in the sunshine, so Delilah will not be too impressed about that. Orange clubs today. I'll put these in the shade. So I've got some beetroot which is going to go in these is one of the container wise cell trays, which is quite good. I've got cylindria, Georgia, which is the one with concentric rings that go through it, and golden boulder. I've also got some yellow dwarf French beans, which I'm going to put in as well. I just need a few just to see what they're like. So I've got them to do I've got a few more strawberries coming through, so I'm going to pick some of these today. I mean, they're not the biggest strawberries in the world, but I'll take anything as a win. The peas are still doing well. I'm waiting for this one. They are getting fatter. I mean, I could possibly try one of them, but I think I'll leave it till next week. These sunflowers need to go in the ground somewhere. There can be no nutrients left in those little pots, so it's another little job. And a job I done earlier in the week was this net, but one of them's been slugged badly, so I'm going to put some pellets down for that. But yeah, the pot's in good shape at the minute. There's not a lot of pressing stuff to do. The tomatoes are in, the squashes are in, the beans are in, the peas are in. I've got some beetroot in. It's just a little bit of maintenance, excessive sowing and harvesting. So that's it. I'll see if I can crack on and get some of these jobs done. Well, I was just weeding out my brassica bed there, and I came across this snail laying eggs about 15 centimetres, about 6 inches away from my cauliflowers. So this snail is going over that wall. Back in a minute. Hello everyone, welcome back to the potting shed. I'm not at the plot today. I'm here to finish off a few little tasks that I should have done yesterday at the plot, but I never had time. So I've got some beetroot seeds here I want to sow, so I can hopefully get another crop of beetroot before the end of the year. And I've got some bulblets that I took off the elephant garlic that I'm going to try sowing again this year. I tried it last year, nothing came up, so I'm going to try again this year. And I'll try keeping them indoors, see if the warmer temperature helps, let them germinate. So let me swing a camera around and I'll show you what I'm going to do. Okay, I've got a few packs of seeds here and I'm just going to put them into this cell tray. I'm just going to dip a few holes and put them in. So let's get started. We will start with, this is Chioggia, which is the Italian beetroot with the concentric circles going through it. I'll have 2 lines of this. Yeah, I just ran out of time yesterday, although I did manage to weed 5 beds, which was quite good. But I never got a chance to put any seeds in. Oh, well, that was an awful lot of seeds I poured out there. I'll put 2 in each hole. See what I get. I can always separate them when I go to plant them in the ground, or you can actually cluster plant these Lots of people just plant a cluster of them and they all seem to come up, but I think they could get bigger if they've got more room. And this is where I regret pouring so many out, because I've got to get them all back in the packet. So the plot is actually in good shape at the minute. I've got almost all my stuff out. The only stuff that's still to go out, I think, apart from the successional sowings, is the sweet corn, and it's too small at the moment. And the bed where the cage, the anti-badger cage that I built for sweet corn, needed weeded really badly. That's the chogia. So because the plot's in a good condition, it gives me some free time to start repair work on this shed. Now the front of it is quite rotten and needs replaced, and which will mean taking out all the glass. Then if I get that done, I need to replace the felt on the roof because the roof is leaking. And then once I get that done, I'm going to rearrange the inside, but more about that later maybe. So this one is Golden Boulder. Is that in focus? And this is the sort of like golden orange one. Now Delilah's been growing this and she's had some cracking results with it. Really clean, large golden beetroots. So see if we can get some to match. Golden Boulder. So yeah, I've got a few more seedlings here at home. I've got some more lettuce that just started last week, and I've got some herbs, some parsley and some coriander, because I do use quite a bit of coriander. I've also got my peppers, which started off really strong, but they're not doing very well. So the last beetroot I'm going to do is cylindria, and this is the long cylindrical one. So these are old seeds, so we'll try them and we'll see what we get. Actually, I'm just going to do one line of these. I'll put 3 in each. I know these are the beetroots like seed clusters, so you don't actually know how many you're actually putting in, but and anyone that's never seen beetroot seeds before, they're quite big as far as seeds go. So they're quite easy to handle and work with, and they're usually quite good at germinating as well. Usually you get quite good germination rates. And the last thing that's going to go in here is a yellow French dwarf bean that I've been trying to grow for years, but last year everything got slugged, and I re-sowed these again and they got slugged again, and the previous year they all got slugged. So I'm hoping for big things this year. So these are dusty seeds, but they produce really nice yellow French beans, and it's a dwarf variety as well, so hopefully it shouldn't take too long to grow to the height required. Okay, that's that one done as well. Just cover these up. I will water these. The compost is slightly moist, but I will water everything once I've finished up. Right, that's them. Let me get this out the way. Okay, the next thing I'm going to try and grow are the bulblets that I took from the elephant garlic. And these are the little bulblets that are attached to this grow on the sides of the main cloves of the elephant garlic. And what you're supposed to do is you get these and you plant them, and next year I'll get a single clove of garlic. I'll get a garlic the size of a clove from the elephant garlic, so quite a big piece of garlic. Then I'll plant that again, and then I'll get a full head of elephant garlic. This is the size of the elephant garlic. I pulled this one out last week just to see what was going on. I was getting a bit nosy, and yeah, the elephant garlic's quite good size. I've just got it in here drying out. My other garlic was a bit mixed. We did have some white rot and some allium leaf miner damage, but once I closer inspected it, there was one bulb of Gemador that got thrown out because it was soft and mouldy, and there was one bulb of the Iberian garlic thrown out because that was soft and mouldy. But the rest were not too bad, and I peeled any I could see that had allium leaf miner damage, and they've gone in the freezer. But the rest are just drying out behind the camera. They're hanging up, drying out, and they look okay. I was a bit concerned at the time, but I'm not so much concerned now. Now I've had a close inspection. So we've got some garlic this year, but let's do these bulblets and we'll see if we can get anything from these bulblets this year. Okay, so these are the bulblets that I'm going to try planting. And all I'm going to do is I've got these little pots set up. I'm just going to dip a hole, pour it in, water it, and hope for the best, really. This compost is my own compost that I make here at home from. It's a mixture of grass clippings, kitchen waste, and the waste from the rabbits, and it's actually quite good compost. It's better than, well, I think it's better than the stuff you buy. Now I'm going to assume, because let's see, when I took this out, it was attached to the plant like that, with this piece going down to the basal plate where the roots are, and this pit pointing upwards. So I suspect that this piece here, pointy bit at the top, is where the leaves will come from, the shoots. So I'm going to put them all in with that configuration and hope for the best. So it's a really nice day here again today. It's nice and quiet as well. Now some of these are dried out because some of them are from last year, I think. but I'm going to try them anyway. The ones that I tried out, I presume they'll need a good soak before they start. But yeah, if I can get free elephant garlic from these bulblets, that'd be great, because the elephant garlic is quite expensive. Although I tend to keep a couple of bulbs for replanting next year. Okay, and these will just get a water, good water. I'm not sure if this is the right time of year to be doing this, but I'll give it a go anyway. What I do with my normal garlic is, by the time I get to October, I've already picked what I'm going to replant to sow next year, and what I do is I then peel all the remaining garlic and freeze it, because once it gets to about October I find it starts to sprout, and yeah, I don't want that happening for the stuff that I'm going to eat. So I'll get separated into cloves and peeled, and I'll just put it in a Tupperware tub, put it in the freezer. Well, that's the last of the jobs I've got to do for the garden today. These were some jobs that I meant to do yesterday, but I got so engrossed in the weeding. As I said, I've done 5 beds, and it's looking quite good. Obviously, when you get the rain, the weeds come shooting up, so it was nice to get in and get these beds weeded before the weeds managed to take over and get a foothold. So I'm done for that. No allotment today. I shall be going up tomorrow, but as I say, there's not many jobs left to do at the minute, but I think I'll spend the rest of the week concentrating on getting this shed, dismantling it, seeing if I can repair it. If I can't repair it, I don't know what I'm going to do. We bought this shed about 10 years ago and it was 800 quid then. So I shudder to think how much it costs these days. But we'll have a go at repairing it and see if we can get that done. And I'll film it and let you see the way I hack it about, as I'm not really sure I know what I'm doing here. But I'll film it anyway, and if it's any good, I'll put it up on YouTube. You can all have a laugh at it anyway. But that's it for today. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. It does help out. If you'd like to leave a comment, please do so. I do try to answer any comments, but sometimes if you leave a comment in an old video, it might be a while before I see it, because I don't get notified by every comment. But please feel free to leave a comment. I will try and answer it. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you all again soon.